How you doing? This guy, Big Lion Cat 646, and my co-host Lenny, the Web Leopard. This video that we're doing today is for Comic Book NYC's 250 sub contest. So congratulations, Comic Book NYC, and basically enter his contest. What was it? You have to be subscribed to the channel, like the video, leave a comment, which I did all three, and to do a small story, I guess, on comic books. So my story is basically when I started, and when I was a kid, didn't have much money, and going to finding a comic book store was pretty kind of long, because for me was the way back then comics were sold in newsstand stores, subway stations. Wasn't really too many comic book stores till later on. So basically, when they sold it in these places, they didn't have backboards, they didn't have plastic bags then. Basically, you saw the comic books just sitting there, hanging, bending over. So it's pretty hard to get a decent copy. So, because by then it probably had nicks and everything. And when you got older, finding out probably like through internet or whatever stuff like that, I started finding places further out, and sometimes I didn't have a car as a teenager back then, so I used to ride my bike and go to these places, drive like into Manhattan on my bike, or further out where I actually did find a comic book store. And at one point, a friend of mine told me that there was a flea market that opened up not too far from my house, and in the flea market there was actually a stand where people were selling comic books out of a box. So me and my friends used to walk maybe like a half hour or so. Pretty, on a decent day, it wasn't too bad. And we used to buy books from there. And there they used to have the bags and boards and stuff. Then I started moving up to finding out that one person started having like a small little Comic Con type thing. And it used to be in Manhattan around Columbus Circle area, and they used to rent out the basement of a church, big basement, and that's when you see like the folding tables, and everybody had their books out and everything. So that was like technically my first con I ever went to, so that was kind of exciting. And I used to take 2 trains to get there, and then eventually that guy grew up bigger, and now he does the Big Apple Con. So same guy, and I've been going to that. So growing up, the way, getting books and everything, changed. But back then, cartoons was always on TV. Back in the 60s, 70s, you had the Amazing Spider-Man, Super Friends. Used to wake up early Saturday morning just to watch, my shows and stuff. And of course, then you had your Batman and Robin, Adam West, Bird Ward thing going on television. Used to watch that too. Then, of course, don't forget you had your Wonder Woman show with Linda Carter. So you used to watch a lot of cartoons, with the comic books and everything. And that's basically how I got hooked up with it. And I never looked back since. Collected cards. And to this day, I take my daughters to cons and stuff. And, eventually maybe one day to start taking my grandkids. So that's basically it. So as you can see, I not just collect those. I collect other things also, between baseball cards and Pokemon cards, which my daughter grew up with, and my model planes behind me and everything. So it keeps you young, keeps you out of trouble, and it's a beautiful thing. So that's my video for Comic Book NYC contest. So hope you enjoy. Good luck, and I'll see you when you hit 305 and so on. So see you later.